When everybody hates it, we think it's okay. When everybody likes it, we gotta complain. We're quite contrary. Thank you for being here today. This is Quite Contrary, the only show that is mathematically designed to disagree with you. I'm Zach Unanimous.
Johnny Dim.
And today we are finishing the month of Logan. Hey, you did it with me.
I did it with you.
So we've actually seen the new film by James Mangold, starring Hugh Jackman and Patrick Swayze, Logan. As always, we'd like to start the proceedings by eating some gummy snacks in silence. Real quick before we begin, I do want to say that there are light spoilers. Watching this video won't ruin everything in the movie for you, but you will learn some things about the plot. Before we say anything, I think that it's important to note that Logan may be the best X-Men movie ever. In fact, set aside the fact that it's an X-Men movie, it is a great film. But here's what sucked about it.
Number one, where the hell did they get that car? So, slight spoiler, Logan drives, or should I say...
James Howlett.
James Howlett. Right. Anyway, he drives a limo. He's trying to get some money so he can buy a boat.
I should buy a boat.
Yeah. Now, this is a 2024 Chrysler, as he calls it.
The movie takes place in 2029, so this is already a classic.
Right. So it's been around for a little bit. This car has some interesting features. Let's go down the list, right? So, first off, it can be shot to crap, just bullet holes all over the place, and it still runs. It has some type of armor-plated engine or something, or radiator.
It turns on a dime. They get into like this big action sequence where he's fighting Pierce's guys. They all have like all-terrain military vehicles, and he's like doing donuts and stuff, and outrunning locomotives.
That may just be Wolverine's skills with vehicles, because if you remember in X-Men Origins, he Tokyo drifts down a mountain. And then also there's the design of the car. To me, it's the only car that looks like it's actually from the future. Everything else, except for the self-driving trucks. I don't know, this car is a mystery. I wonder what, like in 2025 or 2024, what a commercial for this thing would have sounded like.
Introducing the Chrysler 2024 Stretch Limousine, built America tough with forward and rear armor plating and windows so brittle you'd swear they're made of sugar. And can smuggle so many mutant clones, Border Patrol won't know what hit 'em. Chrysler, there's a kid in your trunk. Number two, that's not how injections work. So in the movie, there's a lot of people sharing needles. Professor Xavier is, he's on the mend, as it were. He's having a lot of trouble with his mental abilities, and he needs some sort of stabilizing potion that they can get from any ER, apparently. And also, there is a serum that can increase Logan's healing factor that they use on a separate Logan. One thing that really irked me about the way they use the injections is that the first time you see him try to use one on Professor Xavier, he's obviously going for a vein. Mm-hmm. And then Professor Xavier gets crotchety old man going, and he starts fighting Logan about it, and he starts running around in his wheelchair. And then he just kind of plunges it into his chest here. And
yeah, that one goes straight to his heart.
Huh? No. That went straight into his pectoral muscle tissue. And there's a very big difference between putting a chemical in your blood and in a muscle. They're done for very different reasons. I know it's a comic book. I know this is the movie about the kid superhero who pulls the Frankensteiner on bad guys. Mm-hmm. But still...
Maybe the injections work different in the future.
How so?
No idea. Zach, this is a really dumb point. Like, you're really nitpicking.
It's because Logan's such a good movie, okay?
Yeah.
We have to stretch to find this crap.
Number 3. Alzheimer's is a cheap vehicle for product placement. Charles has an issue, right? Of course, he's a very powerful mutant still, but he's getting old. He has some disorders of sorts.
Some alternative garments.
So what happens is he actually has these seizures. A lot of stuff goes awry. People get frozen in place. Everybody's in pain. whatever.
Yeah, it's a play on what he was doing in all the previous movies whenever they need to do something in secret where he'd freeze everybody, essentially turn off all of their senses and make them lose all memory of an event, but now it causes pain and people are conscious of it happening.
Right, and so shortly after one of these seizures, he actually is going off on this weird rant. Like, you assume that it's maybe some Alzheimer's, some dementia setting in, and he just says some stuff. And in one of those little rants, he gives a Taco Bell commercial.
Try the new cheesy beef cordita crunch with nacho cheese baked right into the shell. I think I'm really just afraid of this becoming a trend in Hollywood, using mental disorders to push products.
Can you imagine, like, sex addiction being used to sell, like, I don't know, D&D?
That'll never happen. Number 4. Adamantium makes you forget English. One of the plot points of this movie is that X-23 was made in Mexico. A girl named Laura. Wolverine's surrogate daughter, Laura, aka X-23, was made by a nefarious laboratory in Mexico. And through the movie, she's mostly mute. And I honestly thought that that was going to be like kind of a cheap way to get the kid that looked the part, but they didn't have to make her act. You know what I mean? Like, she looks right, but we can't get her. We can't get her to say stuff without sounding stupid. But turns out that she's also a really great actress, and she's hiding the fact that she almost exclusively speaks Spanish. She understands a great deal of English, but has trouble speaking the language. Then we meet all the other kids from her lab, and not only are they all fluent in English, but some of them don't even have Spanish accents. What's the X factor here? She's the only one that has adamantium in her bones, which we've established is a poison in the movie.
So it has to be. It has to be. There's no other way. The adamantium actually causes you to speak only Spanish.
That's true.
Yeah. It's the only conclusion.
Which, I'm thinking that the poison that is in the adamantium may have, like, caused some kind of damage. And that's funny because I know another metal that causes brain damage.
What's that?
Nickelback.
Number 5. Why did the movie have to be so sad? There are a lot of people, very nice, innocent people that get killed in this movie.
Pretty much everything he touches.
Yeah, and you know what? I actually remember in the movie where he's very reluctant to hang out with anybody that is an innocent person. He actually kind of makes a point. It's like, no, we can't stay with these people. They're all gonna die.
Then Charles is like, they have cable television, Logan. And it's not only that. We mentioned that there are other installments to the Mexican X project.
Right.
And so you see a lot of kids get smashed around and shot a couple of times.
Yeah.
Actually, you see X-23 get shot all the time.
Yeah.
So the movie is graphic and jarring.
Yes.
Like, I don't know why this couldn't have had happy endings, like other Wolverine-focused movies.
Yeah, exactly. Like, for example, X3, where they kill the love of his life. What about Origins, X-Men Origins, where they kill the love of his life? X2, where they kill, actually, the love of his life.
No, he killed Stryker.
Sir, that is a 40-year bromance.
Thank you very much, everybody. That's our show. We want to stress how much fun we had watching Logan. It is a phenomenal movie, but it's our job to crap on good things, and here it is. Thanks again for joining us on Quite Contrary, where we love what you hate and hate what you love.